I often think when I'm meeting an instrument that I am meeting like something as rich and complex as a person who I'm going to collaborate with, who's doing something that I can't do. The things that we bring together, we need to integrate them intimately. And I have to figure out like who this person is, what are their preferences, what are their dislikes, what are their strengths and weaknesses, so that I can reinforce the strengths, maybe bolster up the weaknesses, and create something with what's there. It's impossible to create something in the abstract and just expect the other partner to just provide exactly what you want. You have to work with what's given to you. And sometimes it's things that are unexpected that lead to inspiration, that lead to some special spark, a special idea, a special way to play it. Very often I've encountered pianos where certain notes are brighter than their neighbors, and I'll play through the program and I realize, oh, I can really bring out that particular melody. I can bring out that accent with that note. Other times it's a note that's inconveniently loud or soft, and so I have to bring it out. I have to coax it, or I have to soften it a little bit. Be careful around that note. But all of that brings a special kind of attention to my interpretation. It makes me rethink things, which is always a good thing to do. When I'm playing, I'm always thinking like, I wish a piano tech was here so we could work on this particular thing. I think that with tuning, I think that with regulation, with pedal adjustments, it's really, especially in a rehearsal, I'm just making a list of, okay, this needs to be looked at. We need to talk about this, da 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 da. And I'm always trying to plan my schedule on a concert instrument around the piano tech's availability, so that there's some moment where we can be on the stage together with the instrument and we're looking at it together, and I'm demonstrating and asking questions, and the piano tech can see and hear exactly what's going on and what I'm looking for. And then one of my absolutely favorite things to do is just to sit in the audience while the piano tech is tuning and regulating, just to be able to get to know the instrument. When I see the instrument being taken apart, I feel like, okay, if only I could do that. If only I had the skill to do that, I would do it. But here's someone who's doing it for me, and I should be there just to watch and see what would life be like without a piano tech. Wow. Well, I guess I would have to learn all the piano tech stuff. I like to think that I know basically how the piano works and could repair quite a bit of stuff, but it's always fascinating when I do come across an issue with a key, a note that doesn't repeat, a damper that doesn't function right. What I think is the solution very often is not the solution that the piano tech would advise. I'll ask my home piano tech, who knows me and who knows what I want and who knows my instrument, and I'll say, "Hey, I think such and such is happening," and he'll say, "Nope, not at all. It's this other thing," and he's always right. So I don't know, if there was no piano tech in my life, the piano would probably just go into a twisted state at some point and not be able to function, because I would have tweaked it in the wrong direction hundreds and hundreds of times until it broke. And about 5 minutes into a 20-minute piece, I played a D, middle D, and it just stayed down. And I was playing, and I heard this D, and I look down and I see the note is like stuck down. I'm like, okay, I've already been playing for 5 minutes. I don't want to stop now if I don't have to. Maybe this is just a one-time thing. So I lifted up the key at a free moment with my thumb and just continued playing. And then I came back around, played the D again, and it stayed down again. And then I said to myself, okay, now I'm really invested in this piece. I really don't want to stop and interrupt the flow. Where can I lift it up, and where's the next D? So my mind started racing just a little bit ahead of the music. Oh, here's the next D, and here's where I can lift it up. Here's the next D, and here's where I can lift it up. And I just kept playing and lifting this note. And of course, it was just like a crazy mental exercise, but I was somehow put in the zone because of that. And that turned out to be one of the better performances of that tour. I was really quite happy with that, even though I would never wish that on myself or anyone ever again. That turned out to be a really interesting musical exercise, a real performance challenge. Well, I think my crazy wish would be like a fantasy to be able to bring my own instrument with me wherever I played. But of course, I would have to have a portable piano tech with that piano because that's what I need to make the concerts happen correctly. You know, the best concert is a partnership between the pianist, the instrument, and the piano tech. And all three are required. All three have to be great. And I think, you know, that would be a kind of a dream team to go around with a wonderful piano and a wonderful piano tech.